Are we all in?
Everybody in?
Do you know where we're going?
Not really.
So you have your driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance.
I'd have all of that. You want me to step back?
Please.
Okay. Down there is Cheyenne, up there is Standing Rock. Hey, how you doing? So we're here with at the Red Warrior Camp.
Yeah, go see that red and white bus. Go past to the right of that and straight back there and after around.
Well, we just got here. We just pulled in.
I figured.
Yeah.
Like, who are these people?
Yeah, people from Wisconsin.
Stop right here.
The Colorado River Indian tribes. We're comprised of 4 tribes: the Hopi, Navajo, Chemehuevi, and Mojave. So we heard you cry all the way from Arizona. And you know, we're water people also. And we have a river next to ours, so if you know, we would hope they would do the same for us if we were in this predicament also.
We're proud to be here, and we're very respectful and honored to be upon your land, to come and share in our support and encouragement and our ability to come as Indian people to connect across the world. That we're here, united, and against all oppression amongst our people. Colorado River has the same value as the river here. We are all Makah, people of the river. Our children have an inherited right. 7 generations inherited rights to have land, to have water, to be amongst our people. That's our way. That's who we've always been.
Back a little bit now.
Wakantanga nation unshiu nahik nation. Nation mini uns nation uhibine. My relatives, I said we come here to help you folks. Because like my grandson said, the water's sacred.
Thank you. It is a great honor to be here with all of you. And as I said earlier, we're here to open the microphone for you to speak, to frame your own story. We've been doing it from New York, talking to people here, but nothing compares to being here on the ground with all of you.
You see where the cars are going?
Yeah.
I mean, if you walk up the road and projected the image down here, I think it would be very powerful.
That's what's going on here at this very camp in this very moment. Is to have a nationhood where tribal nations are subject to the overriding rule of the United States Congress.
We're from Wisconsin. Yeah, the Light Brigade started in Milwaukee. We drove here a long way. We wanted to see this. This just feels like history happening.
Well, you know what? You know what? It's the first time in many years that all of these 7 tribes or 7 fires have come together. You know, it never happened since, what is it? Crazy? Custer?
In partnership with a gentleman named Stephen Newcomb. And again, my name is Chase Iron Eyes. I've been asked to speak real quickly about the doctrine of discovery.
Yeah.
And for those
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. You know, I don't know, you know, sitting down here and I can't tell you how good I feel, you know, from all the stresses and everything, coming here and just feeling a part of something bigger than anybody could ever imagine, you know. It's awesome, it really is.
The head bishop said we will work on
Native people.
So
I
On
want
Twitter, it'll be OLB Light
to
Brigade.
give credit to Stephen Newcomb, who is Lenape. I just want to welcome you to tell you that there will be no pipeline crossing Treaty territory.
And then the faulty pipes. That's what I want Leech Lake to do. I told Levi. I said, because there's this big scandal, and it's a Michigan and Wisconsin scandal too, is that Enbridge purchased, with Kinder Morgan, purchased these pipes from the Thailand-based Canada Oil Thailand, and the company is bankrupt. And they're pipes that are, and valves that were found to be faulty. They're cheap.
And that's that stuff that's running under.
That's the question. That's what I said. Leech Lake and Fond du Lac need to write letters to Enbridge and say we would like, so what happened is the National Energy Board in Canada discovered this 6 months ago, issue emergency orders and say, Enbridge, where's those pipes? And Enbridge's lawyers responded in July and said, give us some more time, we don't know. You know, my thinking is if you could get a federal EIS or an EIS, I told the tribe that they should hold a hearing like we did at Whiter than they did at Mille Lacs, hold their own hearing, because you know, obviously the regulatory regime is in disarray and unable to regulate. Hold big ass hearing, you know, exercise. And so I'm gonna go do a little more coaching on that, see if they want to do that. But you know, if they do that, then we buy time, and if we buy time, then we can win.
To people's surprise at this moment, actually bulldozing the land. People are marching forward in their tracks. There are men, women, and children.
Over there with that dog. I was like walking, throw the dog on me straight, even without any warning, you know? Look at this.
It has blood in its nose and its mouth.
and she's still standing here threatening.
You can't put your blame on the dog. You're an evil woman. You can't put your blame on the fucking dog.
That's mistreatment against your own dog.
You will get that.
These people are just threatening all of us with these dogs. And that woman over there, she was charging him, and it bit somebody right in the face, and then it charged at me and tried to bite me, and they're still threatening these dogs against us, and we're not doing anything.
Her dog go after the protesters. It's covered in blood.
And we had relatives that were marching up there to protect sacred sites in a prayerful manner that saw these machines coming towards them, and so they stood up in defense of protect those sites. What happened next is that there was mace. The security for Dakota Access brought out mace and maced the our frontline water protectors. And after that, they brought out guard dogs, and the guard dogs came out. And one of this is reportedly that one of the security guards could not keep control of his guard dog, and he let go of it, and that guard dog went after one of the horses, our horses that were there, and then went into the crowd. And there were some people that were up there that were attacked by those dogs, women and men who were attacked by those dogs. And that happened this afternoon. But our water protectors stood their ground and told those said they're not going to move, and walked peacefully and made those machines turn around, and they retreated. So it was a victory.
There we go. Does that work? Good morning. Thank you so much for allowing us to be here today. I am Tammy Ibach with Dakota Access Pipeline, and I know that one of the representatives from Standing Rock has contacted the parent company, Energy Transfer Partners, who owns Dakota Access Pipeline, with some environmental questions already. So we're here to detail the project and to answer questions.
And just before you get started on the project, I want you to know and understand that we recognize our treaty boundaries, the Fort Laramie Treaty of 1851 and 1868. Because of that, we oppose of a pipeline. We have a standing resolution that was passed in 2012 that opposes any pipeline within that treaty boundary. So just so you know, coming in, this is something that the tribe is not supporting. This is something that the tribe does not wish.
Thank you, Chairman.
There are people up there in the state capitol who think in a few weeks, or when it gets cold, or when you get tired, that you're going to pack up and you're going to go away. And I tell them they're not going away.
I give the floor to the distinguished representative of Indian Law Resource Center.
Thank you, Mr. President. My name is Dave Archambault. I'm the chairman of the Standing Rock Sioux tribe. We ask that you call upon all parties to stop the construction of the Dakota Access Pipeline and to protect the environment, our nation's future, our culture, and our way of life.
the?
This is crazy.
This is cray.
It is totally cray. They got like sandbags and shit. Well, that's why Sarah had us come the other way.
Geez, that's a big presence.
Yeah, what?
For a blockade?
You guys all know oil pipelines break all the time. So one just broke in Kansas City a few days ago. You guys got in last night. It's like a concentration camp. You know, the people are getting their numbers written on them when they go to jail and documented that they were put in dog kennels.
Colonel Henderson texted our tribe and the representatives and said indeed the easement had been denied and
and a group of us, 100, 200, there might have been 250 of us maybe altogether. And, oh, my battery is dying. Might have been 250 of us, and we went over the barricade, the first barricade, through the cement cemetery there to the barbed wire, where we stopped, and it was pretty much in ceremony, and you're acknowledging and praying instead of a negative fight slogan. You're praying for the people, for the police officers, and for their children and for their families. The thing that's yelled out very, very often is Mini Wichoni, which means water is life. You know, in a lot of protests, you have anthems like "We'll never give up," or, you know, "We're fighting till the end," or things like that. But this one is water is life. That's what's being yelled. Water is life. And it's just, there's a very different feel when you're in that kind of a, when you're part of that kind of a protest. You
can almost hear them talking. I wonder if I yell, if they can hear me singing. Many Tahila, many Opila Ichichia, many Oh hey hey.
So in the water ceremony, we are taught to pray for the water in the language, to sing a song for the water, and then to lift the water in our copper pails and to share the water. And what you're doing is you're calling upon the grandmother spirits that are up on that third level of the heavens. And the one that we call upon is the spirit named Wisawikabikwe. She's the center of the water woman. And so we ask her to lower some of the sacred water into our copper vessels. And it's copper vessels that this is represented. This is a mini Michoni necklace. So when that water is lifted 4 times, Made Wabu, Made Wabu, Made Wabu, that sacred water falls into the vessel and it's lowered to earth. And then when we lift it, we share it. And in sharing it, people are blessed of their body, mind, spirit, and emotions.
We are at the grand jury for, this is the incident that happened, I believe, November 20th, when Sophia's arm was blown to bits by a concussion grenade, or so that is what the story is. We are at the United States Courthouse in Bismarck, and I'm trying to get my glove on because it's extremely cold. A subpoena was put out to one of the water protectors. His lawyer told him to not say anything to the grand jury, as these grand jury proceedings, they're creating as much evidence as they can against water protectors. And so we are here in support of Steve not saying anything. They did not take Steve into custody. He has come out, and amidst a bunch of hugs. So it is my understanding that the subpoena is held kind of forever, and he can be brought in at any time. So at the moment, we have been rushed twice. In the last hour maybe, and for the last, well, at least 5 minutes, things have been rather calm. And they are now shooting rubber bullets, and many of them
You go back to your camp! You go back to your camp!
You're not fucking with him!
You coward! Shields up front! Get up here!
Tear gas, rubber bullets. Oh, I do not have a shield. A few people got hit. There's a bonfire started on the bridge
and a teepee that was starting to be made, and they cowardly took the bridge and are now putting the fire out.
No matter how many times you knock us down, we'll still get back up! 500 years resistance!
Hands up, don't shoot!
Hands up, don't shoot!
Hands up, don't shoot!
Hands up, don't shoot!
Hands up! Hold the shields! Hold shields!
This is what happens when you give primates guns. Their paleolimbic amygdala just gets excited, and their prefrontal cortex just turns off. The hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis within those police officers is running so high, they have so much adrenaline in them that they are thinking like primitive primates at this moment, and are going to shoot at a bunch of people who have no guns, who have nothing but shields. I wouldn't be surprised if they send out some more tear gas or some more rubber bullets, which I certainly hope don't hit me, or anyone else for that matter.
This is with respect to the construction of the Dakota Access Pipeline. Dakota Access Pipeline. Again, subject to terms and conditions to be negotiated by us.
An upside-down American flag means distress. Those who do not see the distress are, of course, those not directly affected by this aspect of the system. As water protectors, we want to see that one day this flag will be turned around. There are millions of jobs to be created in this transitional period, and this distress that America is feeling right now, that the world is feeling right now, can be overturned and worked out. Minnie Wichoni.
Many, oh, hella, hey.